Okay, in the last section we did translations, which is a form of rigid motion. Today we're going to work with reflections and something called glide reflections, which is a combination of translation and reflection. And we're also going to be looking at some lines of symmetry. So, definitions you can look at, you'll notice that a translation on a line is always going to be perpendicular. So the points are going to move perpendicular, and we'll see that on a slanted line. Right now we're just going to use a vertical and a horizontal line to do our translation. So question A is asking us to reflect ABC about the line N, which is the red line. So with that, if we go straight across, because a perpendicular line to the straight up and down line is just going to be straight across. Our B is going to be two lines off, so that'll be B prime. And our C is going to be one line over, and that'll be our C prime. And we can connect the sides of that triangle, and that is a reflection across the line that goes in the middle of it. Part B asks us to do a reflection over the line y equals 1, or line M. So our C and our C prime is going to be the same number. Let me get a pen instead of a highlighter. Alright. So our B is going to be 1 unit down. And our A is going to be 2 units down. And again, we connect the lines. A little bit straighter would help. And that's our triangle reflected over the line y equals 1. Here. Got, if I missed anything, that one. I pushed the wrong button a lot of times. Okay. So now we're going to reflect in the line y equals x. So the line y equals x is drawn in green. We have our points, our line FG, and we're going to reflect it over that point. So in order for us to do a reflection over that point, we need to find a line that is perpendicular to that main line, which is y equals negative x. So what we're going to have here is this point is going to reflect to here, and this point is going to reflect from here to here. So our translation G prime F prime. Let me erase those lines I used to show so you can see the final translation. Alright. So now we see some rules. If our coordinates are AB, which is the original coordinates all the time, and we go across the x-axis, our A is going to stay the same and our B is going to become negative. So the B value will become negative. If we go across the y-axis, the A or the x value will become negative and the y value will stay the same. If we go across the line we just did, y equals x, B and A just change places. So if we look at the original place, F was negative 1 and 2, and now it ends up being 2 and negative 1 for the coordinates. And G prime, G was 1 and 2, and so it becomes 2 and 1. So we're going to use that rule right there. We have a line FG, Same line as before. So the original coordinates of FG are -1 and 2 for F, and 1 and 2 for G. So we're going over the line equals -x, which is the green line drawn. So we're going to go -b is going to be our first point. Alright. So we're going to have -2 and -a, -2 and 1. So we changed the signs on both of those, -2 and 1, and that's going to be our F prime. And then this is going to be -2, -1. So we go back -2, -1, and that's our G prime. So again, the reflection followed that line across the perpendicular line. Extra one. An extra one. I guess. Let me go. Okay. This is going to be a glide reflection. Okay. So first off, we're going to do a translation. Okay, we're going to use the translation rule x minus 12 and y, and then we're going to reflect across the x-axis. Alright, so first off, let me list our points up here just to make sure that we've got them. We're at 3 and 2 for A. We're at 6 and 3 for B. And we're 7 and 1 for C. So we're going to subtract 12. So we're going to go to -9 and 2. -9 and 2, and that will be our A prime. Alright. We're going to go to -6 and 3. That will be our B prime. And then we're going to go to -5 and 1, and that will be our C prime. Draw the sides of our triangle. Not really straight lines on this iPad. And then we're going to reflect it over the x-axis. So when we reflect it over the x-axis, our y values become opposite, our x values stay the same. So we're going to go, instead of 2, we're going to go -2, and this is going to be our A prime prime. Instead of 3, we're going to go -3. Our x value is going to stay the same. That's our B prime prime. And instead of 1, we're going to go -1, C prime prime. Connect, connect, connect. Alright. We want to look at lines of symmetry. So if you look at the butterfly, you see that it's symmetrical from one side to the other, so it has one line of symmetry down its base. We as humans, unless we have things happen, have one line of symmetry. So our first shape, basically if you draw a line across the middle from vertex to vertex, that's one. And then if you go from midpoint to midpoint there's the lines of symmetry that are within that one. A regular hexagon, okay, that was an irregular hexagon. So we're looking at a regular hexagon. Every vertex is going to be a line of symmetry. This is called rotational symmetry. Also, every midpoint is going to be a line of symmetry. And it looks like a bloodshot eye. Alright. Finally, we have this. We don't know if there's any equal lengths, but we do recognize that there's a line of symmetry down the bottom. Nothing else for a line of symmetry.